Hello there, I'm Shaun McLaren, and today we'll be doing a cube draft. So, let's get started. Okay, bunch of cards. Interesting pack. There's nothing that stands out immediately, power-wise. I think Ashiok's pretty good. Mall Drifter's good. Kiki Jiki, you can sometimes just get a bunch of combos. Banefire, decent. Bunch of just solid cards everywhere. I might just take the Ashiok. I do like control, and it seems like there's just a bunch of cards that are of similar power level, and I think Ashiok fits my style, and it's maybe Remand or Muldrifter is better, but since they're one color, but Ashiok it is. Okay. Let's see, there's Geist, which is really nice, but if I'm wanting to go control, it's not exactly great. Forbidden Alchemy is actually pretty amazing. There's also Exalted Angel, if I end up Esper, but really I don't want creatures if possible. Nighthawk or Thieving Magpie would be good, creature-wise though. I think I'll take the Alchemy. Night's Whisper would be decent, but probably has less value than the Alchemy. Okay, this pack's fairly unexciting. Parallax Wave is sweet in the right deck. Could splash white or red. There's also Repeal and Riftwing Cloudskate. Don't really like green in my control decks, so Vraska isn't that great. I'll probably just take the Repeal. Yeah, there's no point in really branching out for like Detention Sphere, or Devil's Play, or Parallax Wave. Just stick to the plan. Here, bunch of good removal. Doomblade and Shriekmaw. Like Elishnorn is pretty sweet, and then there's Deep Analysis and Manowar. Probably just Shriekmaw, higher upside than Doomblade. Seems reasonable. Okay. This pack has a bunch of cards that are good against us. Sarkhan and Thundermaw, great against control. Warhammer's decent. There's also Cut and Skinrender. Skinrender's pretty fantastic. Removal, probably take it over the Cut, since leaving behind a body is rather nice. Alright. Stroke of Genius fits our theme. Control Scrubland would be good if we wanted to splash white. The Disciple is not really what I'm looking for. Precursor Golem is fine. Not really a card we want main deck if we're not winning through creatures, but it's a good sideboard card at least. Or Glacial Fortress. Probably just take the Fortress, since I'm more likely that it's amazing if I do end up splashing white. Here, Terminus is fantastic if we are white. more than Cyclonic Rift. There's also Bonfire, which is okay, and like Mana Confluence, which we don't really want. I'll just take the Terminus. Kusho is fine. I'd rather have Sin Collector, I think. There's also Revelark, which we don't want. Dread Return, which we don't want. Winter Orb, which we don't really want. I'll just take the Sin Collector. Wow. Nighthawk. Great against creature decks. It's also Exalted Angel, but don't really have the white for it yet. There's also Thieving Magpie, but I'm more interested in Nighthawk against the aggro decks. Just take Duress here. Go for Johnny. Here. Ice is actually playable. And we could still end up in red, possibly. Let's see. Chandra or Nissa would be good if we were those colors. And then creatures. Sower is great, except I'd rather not have a creature that does nothing if it just gets removaled. Leaning towards Thoughtseize, probably. Remove Soul is also good. But yeah, Thoughtseize is just great, especially for dealing with the problem cards we'll definitely run into. We also have Repeal, Thoughtseize combo. Vampires, huh? Hellrider, Tailrend. There's a Watery Grave for fixing. Essence Scatter, if that's what we're in the market for. Also, Profane Command. Which is sweet, especially if we're turning like Skinrender or Shriekmaw, or even Nighthawk or Sin Collector. Maybe just take the fixing. I think the upside on Profane Command is big enough. It's worth it. Fixing or Downfall. Downfall seems great though. Dealing with Planeswalkers is essential, and we don't really have too much that does that at the moment. Ooh, Karn. That's pretty good. There's also Sinkhole and Gideon. I don't even know if we're playing white. Like right now we aren't. We're just, since we don't really have much fixing. Karn's a great finisher though. Other than that, there's, yeah, like Nectroll, Gideon, Sinkhole. Sinkhole's fine, but not really what we're looking to do with this deck. Let's see. This guy is fine, but again, if he doesn't survive until our upkeep, does nothing except draw out a removal spell. Ratchet Bomb's pretty good for dealing with all the things. pack kind of sucks for us. Nothing we really want. I guess Mox Diamonds okay-ish. Bloodghast, not sure where we'd want that. And like the Control Mirror, which doesn't seem likely. Don't really even want to play Mox Diamond though all that much, since it's gonna, like, there's gonna be so many times when it just eats up land. Man, Future Sight is excellent. There's also Connections, which is just like a much worse Future Sight. Ooh, Temple of Deceit, perfect. Oh man, also Chainer's Edict, which is awesome. Probably want the Fixing at this point. We have enough removal, probably. Ooh, bunch of good cards we want. Hypnotic Spectre is great, even main deck, because it's such a low mana investment. But Remove Soul, we don't really have any counters, so definitely want that. Alright, I'll just take the Water Grave. Relic and Talrand would be nice to have, but Fixing. Karmic Guide is great against us. Goldraz Assassin's a decent sideboard card. I'll probably just take the guide since it's a beating. Curse Scroll, Nectral Sinkhole. Didn't even see this Curse Scroll first time around. The Curse Scroll is pretty great. Probably just take that. Yeah. Don't really want Dark Ritual. Just hate the hammer. And sure. Alright, this deck's shaping up a little nice. A little bit nicer. This pack. Have Karn. Have card advantage, have removal. What are we missing? Maybe like Damnation would be perfect. Any sort of Planeswalker that's half decent. Like Liliana, I suppose, is half decent, but not the quality we would ideally want. There's also Snapcaster, and I suppose Gifts Ungiven, but that's not that great. Probably just Snapcaster over Liliana. Liliana might even wheel, since I doubt many people will want her. Snapcaster Profane Command is interesting. Frost Titan, Grave Titan. Grave Titan is probably the pick here. Ultimate Price is fine, but Grave Titan is actually such a good finisher, it's worth it. Even though we have enough creatures now that we're getting hit with removal, and Grave Titan is, yeah, just wins the game by itself. Ooh, Mini Jace. And Phyrexian Arena. Well, looks like that's a choice between two Phyrexian Arenas. Probably want the Mini Jace, since Phyrexian Arena might end up killing us. We already have Future Sight. Yeah, I think I'd prefer the Jace. Also, technically a win condition. Negate, Disfigure. Scepter doesn't really do anything. Gatekeeper is not what we're looking for. Too hard to cast reliably, probably. There's also Deceiver. Disfigure or negate? We probably want negate since, yeah, having more counters is definitely what we want. Ooh, condescend. What is this? That doesn't seem very good. Hero is fantastic, and also Armageddon. Fantastic against us. Definitely taking the condescend though. Fills out our deck nicely. Ooh, dismember. Spectre. Spectre isn't that great in this deck. Dismember. I think we still have room for removal, even though we have plenty. Yeah, we have. Definitely could add another one. Dismember's pretty good. Ooh, far away. Teferi, Time Warp. Time Warp doesn't do that much unless we have like Ashiok, Jace, Karn out. I guess it's good with Future Sight. Far away seems like probably the pick though. Teferi's good too. Yeah, I'll just go with far away. This pack sucks for us. This guy? Flame Tongue would be great if we were red. Revoker is also an option. Xenagos is really good against us. I guess we take Revoker since this guy's terrible. Ooh, there's Liliana. There's also this thing, which is good against creature decks, but we're fine against those anyways. Take the Liliana. Lavamancer is probably the most annoying. I mean, Molten Rain's kind of annoying as well. Let's take the Lavamancer. Snap up Dungeon Geist. Sweet sideboard card. Okay, Disfigure, Gatekeeper, Elixir. Elixir's probably not necessary. We have enough win conditions. Oops. Disfigure. Time's running out. Port, I guess. We don't really want the bouncer. Doesn't really do anything. Port's good against us. Not sure if we play it though. Hexmage, good sideboard card against Planeswalkers. This deck looks sweet. I mean, the power level of our cards isn't very high. It doesn't seem like the cube is excellent for control decks the way it's set up. Like, there were a lot of good creature cards circling around. That's 23 good cards. I guess Elixir is sweet with Forbidden Alchemy, since you're decking yourself a lot. Hope we have enough win conditions. Profane and Stroke are technically win conditions as well. Yeah, Liliana. I guess all our Planeswalkers can win the game. And random creature beatdown or Curse Scroll beatdown. Are we playing Port? Probably not. We're pretty color hungry. Mox Diamond does not seem worth it. I'd rather just make all my land drops slowly than ramp anything out. Disfigure. good sideboard card, but the other options seem better. Duress, Hexmage, no. Hexmage is like almost worth it because we're kind of weak to Planeswalkers. Could play it over the Nighthawk even. I think that's like kind of worth it. I don't know, maybe we're not good enough against creature decks since we don't actually have any Wraths. I guess I'll just start the Nighthawk. Color, pretty even split. Probably want more blue just because of Future Sight. I guess this Jace. All our black is a little more costly, except like Nighthawk and Downfall. Yeah, this seems good. Any changes? I like the repeal. Profane command seems fine. It's actually not that great, but it's still a fireball. In fact, maybe I want to get rid of the Profane command. This figure might be better for the efficiency. It's too tempting to bring back Shriekmaw or Skinrender. Also gets back Grave Titan if it gets to that point, so yeah. Let's go with this. See how it plays. We might get stomped by superior green ramp decks every round, but who knows.